For this project, I chose to do my policy analysis on the Plastics Act. So the Plastic Act was proposed by Representative Michael T. McCall. The Plastic Act stands for Partnering and Leveraging Assistance to Stop Trash for International Cleaner Seas Act, or known as the Plastic Act. So basically the goal of this act is to authorize the Secretary of State and the Administrator of the United States Agency for International Development to come up with ways to improve waste management systems in underdeveloping countries and also to prevent and reduce plastic waste and marine debris. Congress found that mismanaged plastic waste has the highest risk of contaminating rivers and oceans, and a lot of the marine debris enters the oceans from land-based sources, which are mainly in developing countries. So there are many different actors that are involved in this policy fight for the Plastics Act. The Representative Michael McCall that proposes the act has a huge impact on it because it could relate to their personal goals, their committee goals, or the goals of the district that they serve. There are many co-sponsors for the bill, and there's an equal amount of Democrats and Republicans, which is really important when it comes to the bill passing in the House and Senate, so they have enough of both parties to pass this bill. The committees are also really important in this policy fight. There's the Foreign Affairs Committee and the Foreign Relations Committee, which are both similar. Foreign Affairs is just in the House, and then Foreign Relations is in the Senate. And this committee is responsible for overseeing and funding foreign aid programs for national allies. So it seems important that it would be sent to this committee since the act involves other countries and helping them with their waste management systems to reduce plastic waste and marine debris. Also, Michael McCall is the top Republican in this committee, so he would want to propose a bill that would get sent to his committee so it could be easier to pass. And then there's the Appropriations Committee, which deals with the funding for this policy. So the district is also pretty important when it comes to the bill and who proposed it, since Michael McCall, a Republican, he represents the 10th Congressional District, and he came up with this bill. In some cases, the bill is because this is what the constituents care about. So considering the location of this district, it seems that marine debris would be an issue for the citizens because of their proximity to the ocean. And many of these demographic factors listed on this slide emphasize why Michael McCall was voted to be their representative. Many of these individuals, it shows that they are predominantly white with a high school education, which suggests that they are more likely to vote for Republicans. So this could be a reason why this bill was introduced by McCall, because this is what the district's constituents cared about, or he could have introduced it because it dealt with the committee that he is on. On October 11, 2019, the Plastics Act was referred to the House Committee on Foreign Affairs. So this act deals with foreign assistance to different developing countries to help them with their waste management systems to prevent the marine debris. So this would fall under the jurisdiction of the Foreign Affairs Committee. And this committee considers bills and recommends measures for consideration by the House. And then over a year later, which shows how long this process can take of getting a bill through. On November 30th, 2020, the Senate received this bill and it was referred to the Committee on Foreign Relations. And this is a similar committee to the House, the Foreign Affairs Committee. However, this Foreign Relations one is just on the Senate. And this committee will consider the bill to see if it will pass and can be sent to the President to sign. On October 1st, 2020, the Committee of Foreign Affairs had consideration in a markup session on the bill. So this is where the committee debates, amends, and rewrites this proposed legislation. It was also ordered to be reported by voice vote. And in this case, this occurs when members call out yay or no when a question is first put by the speaker. The speaker will say, as many as are in favor of this act say yay, and then who are opposed to say no. And then on November 18th, Mr. Eschblat, he's a member of the Foreign Affairs, moved to suspend the rules and pass the bill. So then this bill was considered under suspension of the rules, and the House had 40 minutes to debate. And then a motion to suspend the rule and pass the bill was agreed, and they agreed to do a voice vote. And since there were no objectives to this vote, then the act is adopted in the lieu of this vote, as explained by the speaker. Then, since this act passed the House, it's now sent to the Senate. And on November 30th, the Senate read this act, and now it is referred to the Committee on Foreign Affairs. So now they have to pass this act. And then if they pass this act like the House did, then it goes to the President, and the President would sign it. And then once he signs it, it would become legislation, and it would be approved and go into effect. So this bill already passed the House. It was a voice vote, so none of the votes were recorded because it was just a call out of yay or no when the Speaker of the House was asking whether they were in favor of this act or opposed to it. So it's already passed the House. Now it's in the Senate. It seems likely that it'll pass the Senate because many of the representatives that supported this act were from different political parties, both Democrats and Republicans. So it seems likely that senators of both parties would also support this. And then once it got passed in the Senate, it would just go to the President where he would sign it and confirm this piece of legislation.